Good morning. This is Lucy from coachingforme.ca. Welcome. We're here today with Wayne Pratt to talk about success principle number 2, be clear why you are here. Good morning, Wayne. How's it going today?
Good morning, Lucy. We got some technology worked out and we're moving ahead.
Yes, it's enough to just drive you insane, some of this technology stuff. Well, as we have stated over the course of several videos, and this one has been a long time coming because Wayne and I have had quite a few technical challenges, but we are going to be going through Jack Canfield's 60 some odd principles. We're going to be using his Jack Canfield The Success Principle book. Wayne and I love coaching, and we've decided to put Jack's work to good use as we're both trained and certified through Jack Canfield. So you can join us here weekly. We'd love to have your feedback. By all means, give us a buzz or send us a little bit of an email or comment on our YouTube. And also we have a Facebook page as well. So let's just get started. So success principle number 2 is be clear why you are here. Wayne, what do you think about that title?
Well, I really like it. For one thing, it has alliteration. But I want to start with a quote on his workbook. Woo-hoo.
Right?
It says, discovering your purpose is key to a life of meaning, fulfillment, and success. Clarifying and pursuing your life's purpose will not only get you the success you want, but it will make your journey more fulfilling and enjoyable. When your life purpose guides you, you can use your natural talent and your abilities to accomplish what you want. When you're clear about your purpose, you will know which opportunities and choices are aligned with your purpose and which are not. I think that's a great summary for today. Back to you, Lucy.
I totally agree. I think a lot of us are challenged by what we should be doing in life. Now, there are enough people that that maybe don't believe in having a life purpose, or maybe their life purpose is, surfing on the sofa, watching TV, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there are enough of us that are feeling quite driven to find out what our life purpose is. And we need to feel like we're doing something of value, and that value comes from deep inside our core. And so some of us struggle, even at our age, we're deciding that coaching is something that we like to do. And you and I have been doing it for well over 20 years anyways, but we want to have this path of something that we're working towards, and having a life purpose kind of gives us that foundation and grounding to get to where you want to be. So it's unraveling all of that information.
Well, other than your generosity toward couch surfing as a living, I do believe that if you know what you want, you know when you're getting there. And it makes you less subject to whims and less subject to depression. So I think that this is a tremendous opportunity, certainly during this COVID. This COVID pandemic has made us evaluate absolutely everything. Where we live, where we shop, how we shop, some cases probably who we live with. So it's given us a tremendous opportunity to look at everything with new eyes. And one thing on this life purpose, Lucy, you have some feedback about a couple of exercises in Jack's book. Could you go with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Jack provides the life purpose exercise book. In his book, and he asks you to answer 3 or 4 questions, and I'll just go through them very quickly, because a lot of people go, well, how do I get to that? How do I really know what my life purpose is? So John says, list 2 of your unique personal qualities, and when you have those 2 qualities, then go look at what 1 or 2 ways you would enjoy expressing those qualities. So he uses the example of enthusiasm and creativity as a personal quality. And then he uses inspiring and supporting as expression of those qualities. And then he says, assume the world is perfect right now. And we're all kind of going, you know what? This isn't really our perfect world at the moment in the middle of this pandemic. But hey, nevertheless, what would you do with those qualities and how to express them? What would be your one mission statement in regards to your life purpose? And if that's not good enough for you, like as in that kind of gets you thinking, but it doesn't get you exactly where you want to go. This book from Janet Attwood and Chris Attwood is totally amazing, The Passion Test. It goes through a very large section of multiple exercises about determining your life purpose. And this was well discussed at Jack Canfield's training sessions during the training program and during the Breakthrough to Success program in Scottsdale, Arizona when I went. And so there's a lot of choices out there as to how do you get to really understanding or knowing what your life purpose is. But for me, it's really about stillness. It's about taking the time to be quiet and hear yourself talk versus hearing the outside voices talk.
I like that very, very much. And those voices, whether, I mean, there's very spiritual beliefs, some, you know, where the voices come from, say it's from yourself, some say it's from processing your thoughts, some people say it's not from ourselves, but the bottom line is we should be controlling our voices, not our past, and not what we fear, but what we want today. I think Lucy would agree with me on that one. I'm going to be bold here, a little risk something, and give you my life purpose, which I did in a seminar before I got into Jack's seminar, but they're very, very similar. And it's, I want to live in a world of passion and joy using my God-given talents of humor, coaching, and vision while being a caring Christian, husband, father, and business advisor. And that keeps me, I mean, I waver, I'm not perfect, but that's sort of what I've used as my North Star. And so this works, and I recommend everyone do it and get it in writing. Don't just think about it, write it down.
No, I totally agree. And I think the other piece to all that, because you're, you know, if we're going to use your life purpose or your statement, is to understand that it's not always perfect. And sometimes you do stray away from that. But it's that particular foundation where you always come back to that statement. It keeps you on track. It keeps you focused for your life and your future. And I think it's really important to not get too critical on ourselves when we do stray away from that. And also to say, Wayne, yours is quite an admirable statement, but it doesn't not need to be so complicated either. It could be a very simple statement that I just want to give kindness and generosity to the world, and yep. You know, and be okay with that. But then have a plan as to how you're going to do that, or maybe it's what you do in your daily. Yeah, it's what you do in your daily life that gets you to actually that particular statement to see it accomplished.
I like your idea about wavering, bring me back to my statement. A map can, you can get lost with a map, but then you can get back on track, find out where you detoured, get back on it and get back on where you're going. So I think this vision statement, which again can be as complex or as simple as you decide, Jack's book and the, hold that book, the other book up again. No, the other one, the
Passion Test.
Yes, the Passion Test is a great place to start. It lays it out a little bit more full than Jack's mini series. A very good investment, 20 or 25 bucks. And one thing I'd like you to do is start. If you think this is a good idea, don't think about it for 2 weeks. Grab a piece of paper and a pen and write, what is my life purpose? What am I passionate about? Don't let another day go by. I mean, we're doing this at 10 a.m. Don't get to midnight tonight without at least writing something about those 2 questions. And if you want to send us some feedback or have any questions, you can email Lucy or I will be glad to help. But be clear why you're here. And again, if you like other speakers, whether it's Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Jack Canfield, they all say different versions of the exact same thing. If you don't know where you're going, how will you even know if you get there? And it appears like we froze. We'll see. We'll hope Lucy will come back. If not, we'll have to invest in another system than Zoom. But thank you very, very much for your time and your interest. And okay, Lucy, I think Zoom has told us we've reached a good time to wrap up. Do you have any last thoughts?
So next week for success principle number 3.
There you go.
We'll not even tell you what that is. We'll have to-
Thank you very much for your
Thanks,
time.
Wayne. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.